Hi guys, Legend of All 101 here, and I'm here to talk to you about Hellbound. Yes! A much anticipated TV show from Korea. Supernatural Netflix show. 6 episodes. 1 season. I think they've been commissioned for season 2, I think, but my goodness, what a show this was. You got to strap in because I don't know how I'm going to contain this season. Me just talking about it does not do it justice. You have to see this show ASAP. Rocky, straight away. On the spot, not even think about it. Korean drama is off the charts right now. Ooh, we Hellbound. It came out of nowhere. I was like, oh my days. I saw trailers for it a while back and I was like, it looks interesting, I'm gonna watch, and then it just literally popped out of nowhere. Netflix just dropped it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's hitting. So strap in, because I'm gonna hit some spoilers. So I think to myself, should I do this for spoilers or no spoilers? I'm trying to think right now. No spoilers or with spoilers? Jeez, I'm gonna hit spoiler. I want to talk about this, bro. I'm talking about this show. Okay, so Hellbound, Joe. This show kicks off with a bang. Starts off this, literally talks about this guy in the news. It says, well, there's a viral video going around where this leader of this new church called, what they call the New Truth, that's what they call themselves, the New Truth, and there's a leader called Jeong-min. Yeah, Jeong-min. And he's like the leader of this new church. He reminds me of Johan from Monster. Anyone knows that manga or the show, the anime, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or Light from Death Note. They literally combined kind of like this character, and this is him, Jeong-min, in the show. He's a mixture of Light and Johan in the show. So he created this New Truth, and he says these angels drag people to hell, you know. So they give them this decree, that's what they call it, the decree, where they say what day they're gonna die and what time they're gonna die. So this guy gets it. He's looking on his phone. The time's up. Some people don't believe it, some do. So his time was up and he goes ding ding ding. He's shouting, he's screaming, and all they hear is just doo, 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 just noises. And everyone's like, what the heck? Everyone's shaking around them, and these 3 specters, these 3 spirits, these demonic looking spirits, these hench ape-like creatures come out of nowhere and just start tearing up the place. And I'm like, my goodness, it's the first episode and I'm like, oh my days, they already got me hooked. Oh, that snap, they're running through. You know what it reminds me of? You know, you've seen the movie Ghost, where them 3 spirits took Willie Lopez down to hell. Took him as soon as he died when the car crash happened. He was like, help me, help. And this is literally what it was, yo. This guy's running down the street. The cars are getting smashed, torn apart, like thrown around. Then they just literally beat this guy to death, carve him up, soften him up, take his soul, and then he jumped right through a portal. And that's when the proper public outcry started to happen. That everyone kind of knew it from then, and then it just takes a downward spiral from this. And they're taking religion in the show is interesting to me, where they say they see these creatures as angels because the world has gone to crap, all this bad stuff's happening and no one's taking heed. People taking judgment and taking vengeance into their own hands, taking stuff into their own hands, and it's anarchy at this point. So they've got these followers of the New Truth, these radicals called the Arrowhead. So they're literally beating people up who they deem as unworthy and sinners. And it's this show, but oh my days, this show is crazy. Because you got this random this streamer throughout the show you see him. He's crazy. He's got different colors. He's got neon colors on his face. He's online with a skull mask on a skull helmet on his head. He's like, yeah, these sinners, they have to go. They're not following the true ways of the Lord. Stuff like that. He's just literally preaching. And this guy, this guy's crazy. This guy's insane. As a Christian myself, I love the concept of this show. As a Christian myself, and this new take on Christianity. It's like, oh, interesting. Okay, so because technically, what would happen if you did see these creatures pop up, giving these decrees and these dates to people? You'd think, oh my God, this is the end time. This is Revelations. This is the end. This is it. So it's interesting to see how these people take it in this world, this fantasy world of if this actually happened. Any given time, how the world would perceive it, or how it would pan out in reality. So there's a cop. He's like the main character of like literally the first 3 episodes, because after the first 3 episodes, it kind of tells off into like a different story. So another character kind of takes the lead in the next 3 episodes. After that, the second half of the season. So the first 3 episodes is about Jung-soo. Jung-soo. Am I saying it right? Let me make sure I'm saying his name right. The cult leader, the original leader. Jung-soo. That's it. Jung-soo. There you go. So he's like the original leader. He has the cop's daughter involved in what he's doing as well. So the cops just like, what are you doing? Jin Kyung-hoon. That's it. Jin-hoon. He's just like, what are you doing here? Go back to school, because his daughter is literally following this leader of the New Truth Society, and he doesn't know his daughter caught up in any of this, because he don't know if it's true or not. He's got links to the Arrowhead, this rebel group, going out and beating people up and killing people. So he doesn't know, basically stealing stuff and all this kind of criminal activity. He don't want his daughter mixed up in any of that. But there's an undertone to the story as well, because the cop and his daughter, his wife died, got murdered by this criminal, and he got out after 6 years. I'm saying he's just walking around free. So that's how Jin-soo kind of entices the daughter to kind of join his cause, because these demons come out of nowhere and just taking these people to hell, or they call them angels. And they say they're only taking bad people, but at the same time, Jin-soo is kind of perpetrating his own murders at the same time, to kind of fill in the gaps where the creatures are not really filling them in terms of like bolstering up the new church, the new truth. Kind of killing people, putting them in a furnace, making them look like the actual spirits are doing it, even though they're not, just to kind of strengthen their cause that it's only getting villains, because as you can tell, it's getting everyone at this point, because as you can tell for the second half of the season, it's getting children, it's getting people that have nothing to do with it, who haven't committed a sin, because it even gets him, Jin-soo. He said when he was really young, he was in secondary school in terms of the UK, because that's where I'm from, the UK. So he said he never committed the sin. Apparently he got a decree, basically it was 20 years in the making, and he's about to die. So that's what this chaos kicks in. Literally, you have this reporter woman who's trying to uncover the whole mystery, trying to save people. What's her name? Min Hee-jin. She tries to take this family because a woman and her 2 kids, she committed adultery, and her decree came. Tried to get the kids out of the country. So that didn't happen. But did they leave the country? I think they did. Yeah. I think they did. They go to Canada. Yeah, they left the country. The mom, there's the spirit. They do a demonstration, as they call it. All these VIPs watch a demonstration of the actual creatures do their thing on the human being, and they see the two kids' mum, Park. What's her name? Because she's a very integral character to the end of the story as well. What is her name? Park Jeong-jae. Yeah, Park Jeong-jae. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, and they just tear her up, bro. She's just tear her up. Her soul gets taken, and they have this kind of like, for the second half of the season, they have this kind of memorial place where it's this kind of museum of all the people there and their bodies who the original demonstration took place. And then it comes to the cop's daughter again. So the cop's daughter and Jin-soo kill the people who killed her mother and the cop guy's wife. She literally tasered him, and they throw this guy in the furnace alive. They throw this guy in dead, burnt alive, dead. She starts smiling. She kind of loses her soul, her humanity at this point, and then chaos ensues. Min-hin, she's on the run. The cop guy, he's just on the run. He's just trying to find this guy because he's got his daughter involved in all this nonsense. He gets to the guy. He sees him get torn up because the guy's given a choice. He goes, but tell you where your daughter is. You have to arrest your daughter, or you just don't say anything to the masses about my death and how it happened, and you can live in my world, how it's of complete bliss, complete order. But little did he know the second half of the season was going to turn out. But yeah, so that kind of concludes his story. Jin-soo, so his legacy lives on. He's the leader of this new truth, this new church. He's got statues of him everywhere in the second half of the season. But yes, this kind of concludes the cop guy's storyline and his daughter. So that storyline's finished. Her daughter's lost her humanity at this point. She's hollow. Cop guy's got a daughter back, but at what cost? You know, he's kind of touched her life as Jeong-min sees, or touched her life. She's potentially a killer now. She's literally, her emotions are almost nil at the end of episode 3. And this went 4 onwards. You see these deacons and this guy he created this, who originally wrote down the original decree of Jin-soo. He was the leader of this book. He wrote a book about it, and he was literally never told anyone about this decree. And he takes over the reins of Jin-soo in the second half of this season. He's the new bishop of this church. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's the new bishop of the church. Okay, so this guy's funny as heck though. He's doing all these fantastical, grandiose demonstrations of people getting murdered and that. And he's covering up all these things that's happening. He wants to broadcast it everywhere in the world. You know, he's the #1 guy, you know, in the church. And he's got these lackeys, these deacons. He calls them deacons. They're his lackeys. So, what's that? The report woman. Yeah, the broadcast. Yeah, where is she? The attorney, don't the broadcast. He's the broadcast woman. She's the lawyer. The lawyer woman, Min Jin. She survived a beatdown from the leader of the new church, because his people literally, the arrowhead just destroyed her, killed her mum as well. I originally forgot about her character as well, because she had a backstory of her mum dying. She's got cancer or something, but she just got battered back of the head, dead. And literally everyone in that town, she's a pariah at that point. Anyone who goes against the new truth is a pariah. They're going to get shut down by the arrowhead and the rest of the world. So then she's on the run. She's leader of this new Sodo crew. He's trying to expose the new truth, that there is no rhyme or reason why these creatures are doing what they're doing. They're just doing it. There is no order to what they're doing from what these humans can understand. So that's when it kind of goes into this new character now. Young-jae. So Young-jae, he's like the guy though. He's like the main character of this second half of the season. So him and his wife, his daughter, basically has a decree. She's about to die in 3 days. So This is where this kind of spans over these 3 days, these 3 episodes now. And she's taking care of this family because the Sodo want to broadcast the baby demonstration, because this will disapprove the new church's theory of that it only gets bad people because the baby's innocent. So they're probably thinking the mom's done something, the dad's done something, probably it's the sins of the father, sins of the mother type of thing. We don't know. But at this point, they're saying, nah, these things are not doing it for. They have its own purpose. That's why they come into this realm and physically interact with the people and take in spirits. And apparently this all made us shock. Me and my family was watching it. We were like, what the heck? They actually resurrect people who try and kill themselves before they actually officially die, but they're supposed to die. And I was like, oh my, they resurrect them just to kill them, take their souls again. I was like, wow, that's savage. But yeah, these deacons tried to track down this kid because they know that is the end. If they do that, all of they've done over the years will be disapproved, and no one will see them any higher than what they were before. There'll be nothing. They're like, yeah, we don't believe you anymore. These creatures are just attacking people for the sake of attacking people. So this whole massive showdown happens. The streamer, he goes crazy because he has a decree himself. He got decreed at some point, and his death happens right 5 minutes after the baby's supposed to die. So he goes funny because the church kind of coax him into helping them, because saying you're the Messiah now because you're the one who's really supposed to take the baby's place, because apparently God's made a mistake. Yeah, which okay, yeah, right. And the streamer believes it. And he just goes in the killing spree. He goes mad. He's like, I'm supposed to take the baby's place. I'm supposed to correct the mistake. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This guy's crazy. So he starts killing people. He's trying to kill the baby to take his spot. So then Min-jin is literally doing her best to try and stop this guy from killing the baby. Then the time comes where the creatures are coming for that kid. Okay. This is where crazy stuff kicks off now. Bow, bow, combos, 3-piece combinations, drop kicks, clotheslines, back fists. The creatures are going crazy right now. The spirits are going mad. Those 3 spirits. Dad's getting taken out. The mom's getting taken out. They both. The dad finds a strapping, has a piece of cable, piece of plastic wire, ties them all together. Just literally stands over each other, protects them. Both of them just leaning over the baby. Light. Burnt them to a crisp. Took their spirits. And the baby remains. They never touched the baby. And I was like, interesting. Probably that was the point all along. Just to see if humanity... You know what I'm saying? Let's see if the love will conquer all type of storyline, you know? Because they protected the baby. That was more important than anything, and that's what they did. So the baby lived. So then the streamer, he just goes crazy. He tries to kill the baby. He's like, what? I don't understand. He said, I don't understand God's plan. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So he tries to kill the baby. Min-jin just literally starts taking him out. But the streamer, he literally comes back. Is his name Yuji? I think his name is Yuji. Let me see. No, his name is Yuji. Yeah, I think his name is Yuji. Yeah. So I think I literally call him the streamer because that's what he does. He's a streamer in the show. This extravagant streamer. So I think Yuji. I think his name is Yuji. Yes, Yuji. He gets up. He tries to kill the baby one last time, and the spirit just comes out of the ground. She grinds his face across the entire block. Smash his body on the ground, extract his spirit, and that's the end of that. That's the end of the season. So that's all wrapped up. Min-jin manages to escape, and the whole town turns against the new truth. And that's the end of the new truth. At this point, the popularity is going to drop considerably, and they're in trouble. So this has all been broadcast as well by the public. So yeah, New Truth are in trouble at this point. So next season we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the New Truth at this point. The Arrowhead's still on the loose, so we'll see how that goes. So at the same time, at the end of the episode, there's like a little cutscene at the end, and we're like, what the heck is going on here? I'm like, okay, what's going on? So at the same time, Park Jung-ya, the mother of the two kids, the boy and the daughter, she gets resurrected somehow. She's all naked and she's like, and then that's how the show ends. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what the heck? She got resurrected. What is going on? What is going on? Well, I don't know what's going on. That's a cliffhanger and a half. Oh, the dead gets brought back to life. I'm like, okay. One of the sinners, they brought back to life. And I'm like, okay. We're going to see how this goes. So that was a great ending, by the way. Hey. Hellbound is incredible. This show is incredible. The writing, the direction, CG is solid as well. Oh my god, the acting. Oh my gosh, it's just cinematography is solid as well. Oh my gosh, good all round. It's good, so good. Okay, I don't want to say no more. I think I've said enough. I think I've sung this show's praises enough. 10 out of 10, A+. Yes. 10 out of 10, A+. I'm ready. I had to give it to it, man. I give it to it. Hellbound, hit. Korea Netflix combination once again. Hit. Alright, okay. I'm done. Twitter, Instagram, main two places you're gonna find me. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. Share this with everyone. You know what to do. Press the notification bell. Set it to your settings. Press that bell. I'm putting this in the comment section down below. I want to know what you guys think about this show, Hellbound. Share this. Go support this show. This show is lit. Let's get the buzz going for Hellbound. Let's get the buzz going. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do this. Anyways, wherever you are, day or night, stay safe out here in these streets. This is Legend of All 1-on-1 signing out. Peace. Hellbound is amazing.